All right, guys, welcome in. Okay, yeah, today we're gonna discuss a few things, and for those who are watching live, I totally understand because based on our data, a lot of you actually watch the replay. So if you're watching live, welcome in. If you're watching the replay, thank you for watching this. Basically, we are going live on YouTube and Facebook several times a week. I'm hoping to do at least like 1 to 2 times a week. So basically, we'll be discussing about things about Facebook advertising, digital marketing, and for those who are new to me, Jason Gunn, and Tribe Academy, let me do a quick introduction. My name is Jason from Tribe Academy. Basically, for the past 10 years, we have been helping businesses grow with effective Facebook advertising and digital marketing techniques. So since 2010, I have helped over 200 plus brands in terms of navigating success on Facebook advertising and digital marketing. We have helped a lot of big and small brands and accumulating all this experience that we have gained over the years. We actually put together Facebook advertising classes to teach people how to do Facebook advertising effectively since 2016. So over the years, we have learned with close to 3,500 people since 2016, and it's enormous learning. Okay, I'm also a Facebook Blueprint certified professional since 2017. So basically, all these certification and all that. So the reason why we are here, okay, if you are new to my YouTube or Facebook, okay, make sure you actually hit the subscribe button or hit the follow and get notification because you want to get notified as and when we come live or as and when we actually post Facebook advertising and digital marketing related so-called videos to our channel so that you'll be notified. Okay, since our last live sessions and accumulating from all our Facebook and YouTube videos talking about Facebook collaborative ads and CPAS, okay, basically we receive a lot of questions about CPAS. So today, I want to do a quick live session to discuss 5 very important key points about CPAS. So let me bring you in about what are the things that we're going to talk about today. So basically, we have 3 key topics to talk about. So first one is we're going to talk about what is CPAS, what really is CPAS, and what can you do with CPAS. And basically, a lot of people still have a lot of misunderstanding or misconception about CPAS. So if you have any questions about CPAS, you can actually post in the comment section below. Or if you're already using CPAS, right, this will be the very important video for you to watch because the next after we understand what is CPAS and all that, right, we'll also talk about the pros and cons of Facebook collaborative ads or CPAS. So basically, not everyone likes CPAS. Okay, based on all the clients that we work with, right, to be frank, half of them love CPAS. Half of them don't like CPAS because of some reason. However, we can't rule out and we can't deny that CPAS really brings good result. Okay, but the thing is, not everyone can get CPAS. You see, later on, I will also touch base about how can you get CPAS or Facebook collaborative ad. And then next, towards the end of it, we will talk about how to create a Facebook collaborative ad effectively, which is CPAS effectively. I'm just going to walk you through what are the things that you can do with Facebook collaborative ads or CPAS. So it's a very interesting live session, and it's going to be like within half an hour or slightly more than that. Basically, I don't want to take too much of your time. And remember, when you have any questions, please type in the comment section below. After we have done all these sharings, right, I will jump in and answer your questions. Okay, and let me know if how many of you are selling on Shopee? How many of you are selling on marketplaces such as not just Shopee? You see, we're talking about Lazada, where else? Amazon. Somebody asked me about selling on Amazon as well. eBay. I'm not familiar with Amazon and eBay, but I do believe that if they are selling on, if it's a marketplace, they should be able to create so-called CPAS. So let's jump right into the first topic here, which is what is CPAS? What is collaborative performance advertising solution, or what is Facebook collaborative ad? There are many ways of people addressing it. Officially, Facebook calls it Facebook collaborative ads. Okay, and then for Shopee and Lazada, they call it CPAS, which is stands for Collaborative Performance Advertising Solution. Some people call it collaborative advertising. There are many ways, but eventually you need to understand that this is really the collaborative ad. But to break it down, what it is all about. Okay, it is actually a methodology where, let's say, for example, if you have a Shopee store, you sell certain things on Shopee, right? So when you have access to CPAS, what Shopee would do is they will create a product catalog based on the products that you have on your Shopee store. And then they will share this catalog to your Facebook Ads Manager. Now, there are certain rules you need to do. First thing first, you need to be on Business Manager, that's for sure. Then after that, you need to actually create a new Facebook Ads account to be linked to this Facebook catalog. The product catalog, which is the collaborative advertising. Then only you can start using this collaborative ad solution. Okay, so basically, let me show you some of the examples here. Like for example, right? Let's say this is one example. So this is Philips. Okay, this advertisement is on. Hang on, let me close this. Okay, so this advertisement is on Instagram. As you can see, when you browse Instagram, you will see this advertisement, right? When you click on it, and then you will open up, this is actually the collection. Okay, when you click on any of the product, it brings you over to Lazada, which is what we're actually seeing right now. And then you'll be able to buy from there. So this is actually what we call the collaborative advertising. So this is another example. Let's take a look at it. So this is on Facebook. Same thing, I'm using Philips because at that point of time, they were actually putting a lot of money in terms of running this kind of advertising. So when you click on any of the product, it brings you over to Shopee or Lazada. So basically, this is what we call the collaborative advertising. So to do that, right, a lot of people ask me this question: how do we get CPAS? How do we get collaborative ad? It's actually not as straightforward. Based on what we understand, first you need to be listed on Shopee Mall or Lazada Mall, which means you have to be a brand. So you need to kind of like make sure that they recognize you. Let me keep playing these things so that some of you may actually want to understand these things. So this is collaborative ad. So how to get that is you need to be on Shopee or Lazada Mall. And then if you don't have any access to it, because first thing first, you need to find a way to get Shopee account manager or Lazada account manager to bring you in. So what we did help our client was we work with those merchants or those clients that has CPAS access. We asked them, hey, can you help refer this guy in, and then they bring you in. And of course, Shopee or Lazada will assess your application to see whether you are actually fit. So this is what we understand, okay? And based on our certain experience, not everyone will get access. So basically, if you are totally a new brand, and then you have just started your brand not long ago, and then you don't have a very strong volume coming in, then probably you won't be able to get that. But if you have been selling, let's say if your brand has been around for 10 plus 20 years, right? And then you just started on Shopee or Lazada, then you stand a chance. You just need to talk to them and see how you can actually find a way to bring in. So that's basically CPAS. So essentially, remember, let's do a recap here. First thing first, you need to have access to basically, in order to create CPAS access, right, you need to have actually a business manager. And then after that, you need to create a new ad account so that Shopee will create a product catalog based on all your products that you have on your Shopee store. And then they will share this catalog to your ad account. So basically, when they share over to your ad account, you'll be able to use this product catalog to run advertisement. And why do we want to do that? Because you see, the biggest challenge about advertising to Shopee store, to Lazada store, to all these so-called different kind of like marketing e-commerce platforms would be, we are not able to capture intent. You see, when we are running advertisement, this is a scenario. Everybody knows, especially those who just started selling on Shopee or Lazada, you know that setting up a store is not the end of story. In fact, it is just the beginning, because the biggest challenge is about bringing traffic over to your store. Now, when you are bringing traffic, when you spend on Facebook advertising or Google advertising or any other things to drive traffic to your Shopee store, you are actually at a very big risk, which is people who see your ad, when they click over to your product on Shopee or Lazada, they may not end up buying from you, because you know how these marketplaces work. They will have mechanism to show related product or similar product that is cheaper and all that. People may end up buying from someone else. So it's really important for us to be able to first, I want to track how many of the clicks there, how many of the visitors it was actually brought from my advertisement. And second thing is, when I bring my audience over, when I actually capture their intent, because another thing that we need to really understand is nobody will buy from you at the first encounter. Especially now at the information era, everybody knows where to find other information to do research about a product before they commit. So it's really important for us to be able to follow the intent And it's like a trail, you see, they have done certain thing, you want to follow them so that you're able to start showing more of your product to them more frequently. So this is what we actually wanted to do. So CPAS allows us to do that. However, if you don't have CPAS, then you're actually at risk of not able to capture this intent. So basically, for those who have already have CPAS, right? For those who don't understand CPAS, I hope that session, as in like the quick 10 minutes, already give you a better understanding about what is CPAS. And then the next topic that we want to talk about is the pros and cons of CPAS. Now, put it this way, not everybody likes CPAS. Like I mentioned to you earlier just now, right? On our hand, we have several clients that has CPAS access. I think on hand, we have about 6 or 7 clients that has CPAS. Of course, first thing first, I want to say that if you have CPAS, if you know how to use it right, it's really powerful. It can really bring you very effective return on advertising spend. One of our clients gets up to 15 times return on advertising spend, which means you spend a ringgit, you actually get 150 ringgit back. That's the golden thing that we want to talk about. Imagine, every ringgit makes you 15 ringgit. The next question would be how much you want to make, right? So that's the most beautiful thing that can happen to any campaign. However, you really need to understand about the pros and cons of CPAS. Now, the pro of CPAS, let's talk about that. The pro of Facebook collaborative ads or CPAS would be you are now finally able to follow the intent without much work, on your end. You see, when somebody sees your advertisement on Facebook or Instagram, when they click over and go to your Shopee store or Lazada store and don't buy, then you're able to immediately run another set of advertisement to follow them and tell them that, hey, I know you are here, you're interested in my product, right? So, let's come back and buy, we're on promotion, the promotion is ending soon and all that. You can do all these activities. So that's the beauty of it. And then when it comes to the retargeting options, in fact, we have a lot more other retargeting options. Let me quickly show you what are the things that we are able to do. Now, I'm just quickly showing you. Okay, so let's say when you are creating a CPAS advertisement, right? So this is what you do. This is when you're in Ads Manager. First thing, you click Catalog Sales, right? Then after that, you need to go in and select your catalog, all right? And then after that, once you have selected the catalog, this is a CPAS catalog, as you can see, you actually get it from Shopee. And then you click Continue. So once you click Continue, you'll be landed on this place where, basically, you'll be able to do different kind of settings. You see, the beauty of it is, when you're using catalog sales when you're using Facebook collaborative ads or CPAS, you're able to actually target people who view or added to cart but did not purchase. Now, I do not know what is your conversion window like. Chances are it's within 7 days or 14 days. Normal e-commerce, the conversion window. What is conversion window? In my term, I call it the expiry date of an intent. Say, for example, when you are interested in buying an Apple AirPods, for example, from the moment you have the intention and you click over to start visiting the stores on Shopee until the moment you decide that, okay, I want to buy, how long usually does it take? That's a very important question to ask yourself, because I just realized, in fact, a lot of people are actually advertising without knowing their so-called conversion window. A lot of people don't even know that how long people really take to decide before buying their product. You know how dangerous is this? Let me explain to you. Let's say if your product decision making for your product, let's say, for example, if you're selling, let's say iPhone casing, I like iPhone casing because a lot of people would think that iPhone casing would take a very long time to decide. Based on our experience working with some of our clients before, in fact, items like this below about 100 or below 200 ringgit, right? Usually the conversion window is within 3 days. So when when people will usually make decision within 3 days and you follow them for 14 days, let's say, for example, like what we're actually looking at here. If you target people who view your added to cart but did not purchase for 14 days, and people usually make decision within 3 days, that means you're wasting money. It's really, really a money budget waste. Why? Because there are another 11 days of keep pumping the advertisement to them. Wasting your advertising budget would not get you any result. So that's a very important thing. So you need to find your conversion window. So that's very important. So you can target people who view, if you're using Facebook collaborative ads or CPAS, using the catalog, and you'll be able to target also people who added to cart but did not purchase. You can also do upsell. You see, upsell is a very powerful mechanism. And frankly speaking, I don't see a lot of so-called businesses in Malaysia, especially the e-commerce businesses using this. What is upsell? Let me give you an example, right? When you actually buy, let's say if you buy an AirPod, for example, all right? I know you bought an AirPod from me. What I can do here is I can actually upsell you something. What can I upsell? In fact, you can actually upsell another pair of AirPods because only because I did the course of the Shopee store, then I know actually AirPods can actually pair two phones. I mean, as in like one phone can pair two AirPods. What happened to me? So basically, it's really important to inform people that, hey, I said, if you have bought this, you want to buy another pair at 20% discount, you might actually sell another pair, So upselling, cross-selling, these are very important concepts that you can manipulate or you can actually exploit to increase the sales per conversion for your e-commerce store. So this is really important. Let's say if you sell fashion, okay? If you know that somebody has bought a skirt or something like that, right? Let's say you know they have bought a skirt and you know that this skirt works really well with this so-called belts. And then if you're able to just run another cross-selling advertisement to tell them that, hey, you bought this, can I give you another 10 ringgit discount to buy, all these belts? This is my collection. I crafted this specially for you because you bought something from me. You really can increase the likelihood of people buying again from you and to actually spend more money with your store. So that's the beauty of manipulating all these features available. So it's really something that you want to explore. So these are the pros of using the Facebook collaborative ads and things that you can do. Now let me talk about the cons. The cons would be, as you can see, basically if you want to use collaborative ad, if you remember the flow just now, right? In order to use Facebook collaborative ad of CPAS, first you need to, of course, to be approved into the Facebook Shopee Mall or Lazada Mall, and then you need to have an account manager to set this up for you, right? So once it's set up for you, you need to actually create a new Facebook ads account. You need to actually give them access to your Facebook ads account, and then so that they're able to assign this product catalog where they actually created using all the products that you have on your Shopee store, share with your ads account so that you're able to run advertisement for all the people who have visited your product but did not buy, or you can do upsell or cross-selling, right? Now, when they actually do that, they know how much you spend on your campaign. So some clients don't like that. You see, there are many scenarios. You see, Shopee and Lazada, they have their own mechanisms that they will actually have some packages where they want the merchants to commit a certain amount of spend in order to be entitled for, let's say, the big sales event like 77, 8899, those kind of thing. So not everybody likes to give away this kind of access or to actually, it's like fully transparent. That particular ad account, how much ads budget that you put in and how is your spending, even how's the outcome. They can even access your return on advertising spend, how much you made out of the advertising that you're spending. So it becomes very transparent to them. So not everybody likes it. So that's the cons that I'm actually saying. So it's entirely up to you. Okay, recently I just got somebody who actually contacted us and said that, hey, Jason, I want to get CPAS access. Now, it's really good if you know how to use it right. So basically, the next topic I want to talk about here is I really want to share with you a framework. Now, if you are selling on Shopee or Lazada and you have collaborative ads or CPAS access, I want to give you a very simple framework that you can follow in order to create a very effective so-called CPAS campaign. Okay, so this is really something that I just want to give it to you. Now, let me break it down to you now. I'm coming back to this catalog, right? So now, when you are creating an advertisement for your CPAS or your collaborative ad for your catalog, you have two options. You can either find prospective customers, even if they have not interacted with you, or you can actually use information from Shopee business account or, all these kind of things, which you can do the retargeting and upselling, cross-selling and all this, right? Now, we have a very simple two-step funnel framework. Now, two-step funnel framework is really a framework where we will tell people that you shouldn't just run one advertisement for all. Because when you, let's say, for example, if you spend all these 1,000 ringgit to get 100,000 impressions and get 1,000 clicks to your store, for example, 95% will not buy from you at the first encounter. You probably close 5 or 6 of them. So what I'm actually highlighting here is that these 90% of the people who click on your advertisement but did not buy, doesn't mean that they are not interested in your product. Doesn't mean that they are not having the intention to buy. It's just that they got forgotten, because you have to remember, all of us interact with advertisement and everything on the mobile environment, and mobile is a very noisy and chaos environment. You see, we can get a lot of distractions, whether it's your boyfriend call, your husband call, or your boss call. You will just pick up the call and you forgot what you were doing. What is really important for businesses to do is to actually build another tier of advertisement to follow the intent. So for example, right, those people who click on your product over here and did not purchase, you should have another advertisement to follow them. But it's really important for you to have another advertisement that brings people in from the top of funnel. So what you can consider doing here is that, okay, let's say if you're spending 1,000 ringgit, I would say you can spend 70 to 80% of them to acquire new people coming in using these 5 prospective customers. Okay, so you will be running one set of advertisement that is going out to bring people in. So when they see, these are the fresh audiences, people who do not know your product or services, but you use this advertisement to introduce your product to them. So when they see the advertisement, right, they click and go over to your Shopee store or Lazada store. And okay, then after that, you have another set of advertisement to retarget. So you will have 2 sets. It's like I say, 2-step funnel framework, right? The first step is to bring people into your Shopee store, to introduce them to your store, to get them to take the first action. Then you spend 20 to 30% of the advertisement to do your retargeting. And like maybe let's say if you spend 20%, 15% will be targeting on those people who actually viewed and added to cart but did not purchase, or added to cart but did not purchase. Maybe another just 5 or 10% to do your upselling and or cross-selling. So these are the few things that you can consider doing. It's really effective. Trust me. We have been using these for our client across many industries. Especially if you're selling on Shopee or Lazada and you have the CPAS access and if you have the collaborative ads access, this is really something that you want to get. Okay, so that's the whole idea of how to actually create a Facebook collaborative ads campaign effectively. Remember, it's a 2-step funnel framework. First step, you spend 70 to 80% to target those people who do not know your product or services yet. You bring them in. And then after that, you spend another 20 to 30% on the second tier to, oh, okay, you were here, but you did not buy. Come, let me give you some promotion or something like that. Or, hey, you bought something, right? Now, let me give you another incentive to buy something else to increase your cart value, you see. So that it works like a charm. You just have to set up the framework and actually make it work for you. Okay, so this is basically what I want to share with you about these 3 key topics. So basically, let's move back again, okay? Just to do a quick recap, first topic we discussed was what is CPAS, or Collaborative Performance Advertising Solution, or Facebook Collaborative Ad. I show you some example where it's really essentially an advertisement where Shopee or Lazada will share your product catalog based on your store to your ads manager, so that you can run advertisement to start retarget people who have done certain thing on your Shopee or Lazada store. Okay, so that's fundamental, essential about the collaborative ads. Now, the next thing that we talked about was the pros and cons of collaborative ads, the pros and cons of Facebook collaborative ads, or CPAS. You have a lot of powerful features there, but however, when you do this, when you actually enable CPAS, they have access to your advertising data. So you're actually kind of like open up your door to them, okay? So that's the second topic that we discussed. And the third topic that we discussed was, I give you a 2-step funnel framework. It's very important 2-step funnel framework that you can use to really run effective Facebook collaborative ads, or CPAS campaign for your Shopee or Lazada store. So you really want to test it yourself, and you want to measure. But of course, there are certain rules, yeah. Especially for your second tier, which is the retargeting campaign, you want to monitor your frequency. You see, retargeting, usually we need higher frequency, which means you probably want to actually appear to them more times in order for them to take the action. However, you don't want to go too high. Anything beyond 5 is a bit too much. Okay, you probably want to reduce the budget and move it back more towards the first tier, which is the fresh audience campaign. So you need to monitor these 2 things. However, this is really the most important thing that I get asked a lot. You see, not everyone has a CPAS access or Facebook collaborative ads access. So what can I do? A lot of people come and say, Jason, I can't get CPAS. I'm not a brand. I'm not a, I don't have a very huge volume on my Shopee or Lazada store. But, if I don't drive advertisement to my Shopee or Lazada store, I can't get sales. So what can I do? Okay, so that's the thing that I really want to highlight to you, because it just so happened Monday, I think just a few days ago, we launched a course. It's called, let me show you. Okay, it's called Facebook Ads for Shopee Store. Now, Facebook Ads for Shopee Store is really a course where we highlight, it's part of FAA anyway. Let me actually bring you in first. It's really a course where we actually give you a step-by-step instruction, or, you just like watch over my shoulder kind of thing to see how I create a Facebook Ads campaign. It's like using the two-step funnel framework, okay? Even if you don't have CPAS access. Okay, I mean, this is really the thing that we are looking at. It's a 2-hour course, okay, where I actually literally break down everything using a case study. So first thing first, we will go through, let's say, for example, what I will give you some fundamental understanding that you really need to know. What is Facebook Ads funnel? We are talking about the two-step funnel framework, right? So what is the two-step funnel framework like? What can it do? How can it multiply your ROI? It's really important for you to understand the key concepts, because you are supposed to create your own funnel after this. If you don't understand the concept, it's not going to work. Okay, so basically we start from understanding that, and I will actually cover to you why some advertisement, why some retargeting ads fail. Okay, I actually pointed to you just now. A lot of retargeting ads fail because of the duration. They don't know the conversion window. So it's really something that you really need to dig in and find out what is your conversion window. And then we'll talk about how Facebook Ads funnel can multiply ROI. So first, and after that, we will talk about how do we design a funnel and how do we design advertisement. So after we understand the key concepts, we will go through to set up the campaign. As you can see here, right, we will start from how to design a Facebook ads. Okay, in fact, even if you don't have CPAS access, you don't have Facebook collaborative ads, doesn't matter. You can still create a two-step funnel framework for your Facebook ads campaign for your Shopee store. But you need to do certain different things. Like, for example, I can even break it down to you right now. First, you need to do video. If you don't have video, you need to create a slideshow, because this is the only way that you can qualify intent. What do you mean? This is the very important way for you to capture if somebody really have interest in your product. So when you're able to capture the intent, when you know that, oh, this person spent enough time on my advertisement, I think he or she is interested, then in turn, you can start funnel them to the next tier. You see, just now, if you're using collaborative ad, you're able to see who are the people who click, and then you can retarget them. Because you don't have CPAS, you can't do that, right? So after that, what we can do here is we can actually use this intent capturing to start running an advertisement. So I'll show you how to design an effective Facebook ads that can actually optimize to help you capture intent. Okay, then as you can see here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lessons talking about how I set up one step at a time. Literally, you're watching over my shoulder. I show you how I do each and every one of the steps in detail. How do I create my audience? How do I set up my campaign? How do I do my advertisement? What kind of design concepts that I use? What kind of copywriting that I use? Every single thing. Watching over my shoulder. So once we have done the cold campaign, right, then we would go in and talk about how do we close the deal. You see, another important key concept I want you to understand is you need to actually learn how to do effective exclusion. What do you mean? You see, put it this way, very simple. If your first advertisement is to tell people that, hey, I sell this, please click and take a look. If the person have already taken the action and click over, do you think you should exclude them and stop letting them see this advertisement again? But how to do that? All right. So I give you how to actually create the exclusion mechanism in your campaign. Okay. Once you have excluded, then your first campaign, your cold campaign, become evergreen, because it will constantly reach out fresh audience. And once the audience have taken certain action, it will exclude them from the campaign. Beauty. Right. So once they're excluded from the first campaign, we want them to start seeing the next advertisement, which is to tell them that, hey, I know you were here. Right. So I give you let me bribe you to take the next action, complete your purchase. So that's the second tier, where I will also give you very detailed walkthrough about how do we actually step up one step at a time. So this 2-hour course is really beautiful. Since launch, we have quite a number of signups, and everybody love it. Okay, and we already start seeing some feedback coming from all these friends basically to actually, I mean, they're actually giving very good feedback. So let me quickly post this in the comment. For those who are interested, right, you can actually, let me see, you can actually use the link to actually visit the store, to actually visit the link and buy. Basically, you know why you should buy right now? Because we are running a very crazy promotion. Okay, this course we price it at 497 ringgit. Okay, and for this time being, before we actually changed our mind and increase the price, you'll get this at 97 ringgit. Come on, 97 ringgit, 2-hour course that I give you step-by-step walkthrough to teach you how to set up a 2-step funnel framework for your Shopee or Lazada store, even without collaborative ads or CPAS access. So that's really something that you really need to grab. It's proven framework. We have been using this framework to spend over at least like about 2 to 3 million Facebook ad spend for all our clients combined. It's really proven framework that works. So I want you to quickly click on the link and grab it right now before we change our mind and increase the price. And let me tell you when we will increase our price. In fact, for those who have been following me for a while, I also want to urge you, if you want to buy anything like our courses, such as Shopee Store, or even our Facebook Ads Accelerator, which is our flagship course that consists of 20 hours of courses and growing every month, you should do it right now before 31st of August. Why? Because, okay, now this is what happened. 31st of August is the time where we will actually switch all the currencies into US dollar. Simple reason is because we are getting more and more international attention. We have a lot more international buyers. We want to standardize a very standardized currency. So US dollar seems to work well for everyone. So we're going to switch it over to US dollar. Of course, the price will be plus minus, but definitely some adjustment. Okay, I can guarantee it's only going up. So if you want to do it right now, you should do it right now, not later. Okay, now, so this is it. This is what I want to share with you today. If you have any questions, you can actually post in the comment section right now. Okay, do you have any questions right now? Like I said just now, okay, this is what I do. I do Facebook Live sessions on weekdays. So for those people who ask me, Jason, why don't you do on weekend? Weekend is weekend lah, come on. And some people even ask me, Jason, why don't you do at night? Night, okay, well, we want to get alive. So basically, I usually go live on weekdays at 3:30 p.m. Okay, if you are watching this on YouTube, please click the subscribe button so that you'll be notified, you know, as and when I go live. Or if you're on Facebook, please click the follow and get notification whenever I go live so that you'll be notified as and when I go live. So I think I don't see any questions coming in. Thank you for those who are tuning in. We do have some live viewers right now, and I know a lot of you actually watch the replay. Remember, the offer for Shopee Store and even for FAA is actually very limited time. You want to grab it right now. And I already told you that the closest date that we will be adjusting our price is on 31st of August, the Merdeka Day. So if you want to do it right now. If you have any questions, feel free to click all the buttons that you can see to contact us. My team and I will be in touch to help you. And yeah, I look forward to see you in my next Facebook Live session. If you find this useful, please give me thumbs up or likes or something. And if you believe your friend can benefit from this video or this short live session, please help me share this video to them. Okay, until then, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next Facebook Live or YouTube Live sessions. Yeah, thanks. See you. Bye.